Hello, how you doing? So this is gonna be a test to see if my encoding goes over in long periods of recording. Man, I figure Dragon Quest is a good thing to do that with, so here we go. We already know this.
Huh? Oh, oh. Where am I? How did I get here? I can't remember a thing. Ah,
Huh.
Jings! Is that? No, it can't be. It is. It's her. Fresh from the pages of the Ogler's Digest and large as life. I haven't the first clue what's going on around these parts. But I reckon I could do worse than ask a lassie here. Well, Rab, what are you waiting for? Shall no hang around forever while you pluck up what little courage you have left. Yoo-hoo! Have you a moment to spare for a sweet, harmless old man, hen?
Oh, what a trip.
Eh? What just happened?
Come on!
This can't be. But it is. It's Dundrasil, just as it once was.
Looking sharp, Your Majesty.
Ah, my old robes. But how? What in the world's going on? Would you care to enlighten me, lassie?
Walk this way.
My bunny-eared... My bunny-eared pal headed off in the direction of the throne room. Assuming this is the real Dunstable Castle, that is. Well, that's a good as a place to head for, I suppose. I'll see what the folks on the way have to say for themselves. Ouch. What's the matter, Your Majesty? You look like you've seen a ghost. Anyway, shouldn't you be heading for the throne room? You've an important audience, as I understand it. If you're late, the Chief Minister will have your guts for garters. If I'm good at and practice hard, I'll grow up to be big and strong as Sir and won't die, Your Majesty. I knew it. I cannot wait to grow up now. Are you busy, Your Majesty? When you're finished with whatever you're doing, let's play hide and seek again. Your Majesty, please wait. One of the ministers is looking for you. You say you should be there in the throne room. So the throne room is through that door over there. If you head inside and turn left, you'll find... Oh, it's Your Majesty. Well, you don't need me telling you your way around the place. You'll have to forgive me. I'm new here, you see. Good day, Your Majesty. The Chief Minister is waiting for you in front of the throne. Just head straight on in and see him. The princess's chambers. So he's finally summoned Shakar to do it, has he? Oh, Your Majesty, I didn't see you there. I hope you're keeping well. I've heard he's finally going to do it. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Oh, Your Majesty, we were just discussing, nothing at all. Your Majesty, I have to compliment you on your fine cloaks. The one you picked today radiates authority like nobody's business. Is it my imagination, or is your crown particularly resplendent today? Sets off your regal whiskers to a T. Ah, there you are, Your Majesty. I've been looking for you everywhere. You must remember me telling you that you had an important audience scheduled. It's almost time. Hurry on over to your throne and prepare yourself.
But
I trust you are well, Father.
Eleanor, Erwin, it really is you. And you're young again. What's going on?
Your Majesty, please forgive my insolence in seeking a personal audience with you today. I come before you not as the head of the Princess's Honor Guard, but as my own man.
What? I mean, very well. State your business.
You see, the thing is, I wish to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Erwin.
And though I am but a soldier, and all too aware of my own lowly position, nevertheless, I must persist. For there is one thing of which I am certain. My sword arm is steadfast, and my heart unwavering. There is no man alive who will love, honor, and protect your daughter as I can.
Oh.
Your Majesty, I place my fate in your hands. Will you allow me to continue to serve and protect your daughter? Not as the head of her honor guard, but as her dutiful and loving husband.
I can hardly turn you down after that little performance, can I, laddie? And to tell you the truth, I always had an inkling you two might one day be wed.
Oh, Father.
It's up to you now, Erwin. Don't disappoint me. You hear?
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Huh? 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 Crevens! Where do you spring from, lassie? And where's everybody gone?
Did you enjoy your little trip down memory lane? Well, it's not over yet.
Your Majesty, is everything right? You're looking a wee bit befuddled, if you didn't mean saying so. What's that you say? Queen Eleanor and King Ewan lost forevermore? Ouch, come on, it's the nurse talking, that's all. Speaking of nurse, the father-to-be seems more than a little jumpy himself. He went flying out to the throne room not long ago, like a man possessed. Forgive me, Your Majesty, the maid brings you dinner, drop a pot of pepper, and you know I can't stop singing. I just hope none of it drifts into the Queen's room. I'm sure she's having enough time already. Looks like a diary of old Rabs. Rabs takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. Ever since the day I seated the throne of young Erwin, the lad has poured his heart and soul into making Dunderstrel the greatest kingdom it can possibly be. He was never raised as royalty, and I must admit I shared some of my subjects' doubts about whether or not he was truly suited for the role at first. But now I know I made the right choice. He soon gained their trust and respect, and mine as well. The entire nation is united behind him. My dear Eleanor has made a very fine choice of a husband indeed, which means I can get on with enjoying my retirement. There you are, Lord Robert. I was hoping I might have the chance to speak with you about something before the child was born. Before the child was born? Well now, say it's the day of my grandson's birth, is it? Now there's the thing. Your Majesty? Sorry, lad, you were saying there was something you wanted to discuss? Aye, it's the child's name. I've been having trouble thinking of anything suitable. So much that it's been distracting me from everything else, if I'm honest. I was wondering if you might see a way to reprising your role asking for a wee while so I can have some time to think it over. Yeah, thank you so much. You'll not have much to do, I promise. There are just 2 items on the agenda for today. The first is something you're more than used to, receiving those who seek a royal audience and giving them counsel. The Chief Minister will be on hand to help you with the most pressing issues. The second is to make the rounds to the castle and assist anyone who needs your aid. The idea of a king a subject directly was, of course, something you yourself initiated during your reign. I'll be by the fountain downstairs. It's where I do my best thinking. Once you've taken care of the day's business, please come find me. I'm truly grateful to you for agreeing to this. I cannot be the only one with an itchy nose, can I? Ah, Your Majesty, it's almost time. I bet you cannot wait to meet your new grandchild. It'll be the bonniest day ever born, I'm sure of it. Your Majesty, the king has apprised me of the situation. If you would be so kind as to take it to on your phone when you're ready to begin discharging your royal duties, you will be welcoming visitors from the other kingdoms and dealing with various matters of state, both trivial and monumentous. King Norman will be deeply grateful for any assistance he can offer, I am sure. And speaking personally, it will be a pleasure to work with you again, Your Majesty. Now, let us commence with today's itinerary. As you know, your role is to hear out those who come before you and use your wisdom to give counsel as a representative of the crown of Thunderstill. Your Majesty, let me first express my gratitude for granting me this audience. I have traveled all the way from the kingdom of Sniffleheim to seek it. The matter I wish to bring before you today has been greatly exercising the ruler of my land. He very much desires to seek the counsel of the crown of Thundercell, paragon of peace and prosperity. Go on. It regards a royal treasure that has been handed down from generation to generation of our royal line. It is known as the Blue Orb, and alas, it has been vanished, presumed stolen. King Gustav has used every means at his disposal to try to identify the thief and recover the most precious heirloom, but to no avail. However, a list of likely culprits has been identified. For to be precise, sadly there is insufficient evidence to conclusively identify the thief, and so we find ourselves at an impasse. So you need to whittle down your list of suspects, but you've no clear means by which to do so. Alright, let's have a wee think. The first thing is to identify the motive. What might be a person have to want to get their mitts on the Blue Orb for the money? Treasure like that would bring a pretty penny, I warrant. Aye, that'll be why the thief did it now. Next, we're to consider the matter of means. You cannot just walk in off the streets and help yourself to the pride of the royal treasure house. So what kind of person could have done it? Aye, that'll be it. The thief must have disguised himself as a guard or such like and strolled right on without anyone looking at him twice. Which leads me to conclude that our culprit is an experienced professional thief. Go back and line up your suspects. Tell them the Blue Orb they stole was a fake and that whoever took it must have been an amateur and a fool. Any innocent parley will surely see the funny side, but one person certainly won't crack a smile. A veteran whose skills you've called into question. A marvelous display of deductive reasoning, Your Majesty. With your blessing, I shall go to Sniffleheim and inform King Gustav of your counsel. This is your final judgment on the matter, I take it? Yes. The kingdom of Sniffleheim was your great debt, Your Majesty. I shall journey back there immediately and share your shrewd insights with the king. The envoy from Sniffleheim hurries home looking very pleased indeed. I must commend you on your wise counsel, Lord Robert. Your advice will doubtless lead to the unmasking of the rogue who stole their treasure. Now shall we move on to the next matter? Very good, Your Majesty. Then without further delay, let me present you with the next problem requiring your attention. The Sultan of Galatopolis salutes the mighty kingdom of Thunderstone and all its people and sends this, a missive penned by his most exhausted hand. Your Majesty, I trust that this finds you well. Word of the continued triumph and glories of your kingdom reaches us on a daily basis. In truth, I write seeking your counsel for this very reason. As you may know, the Sultanate has suffered a prolonged heat wave. The land is parched and we fear for this year's harvest. As ruler of a realm of plenty, I beseech you, share with us the secrets of your prosperity, that we might avert disaster. I await your reply by return of writer, your humble servant, the Sultan of Galatopolis. The message ends there. I do not wish to pressure you, Your Majesty, but His Excellency the Sultan was most desirous of a swift response. Ouch. Sounds like they got themselves in a pretty pickle over there, right? Well, I'd better see what I can do to help then, hadn't I? Drought prevention advice, eh? Can't say it's a problem we've ever faced over this way, if I'm honest. Well, let's start with the basics, shall we? If I'm going to write a reply, I'll need you to sign a tone of letter first. Aye, that's probably the best way to go. Now, the tricky part, what do I do in a drought? Let's weigh up the options. Offer a recommendation. That's a thinker. Man, I would never want to be king. Alright, think outside the box. Right, that's it, I've got it. Quick, take this down before I forget it. My dear Sultan, I understand your kingdom is suffering a bout of searingly hot weather. No doubt sales of ice cream and swimsuits are going through the roof. Of course, I do not wish to make light of your predicament. I simply wish to show you that by changing the way you think about something, you can turn a crisis into an opportunity. What I suggest is that you inspire your people to think of radical new ways of cooling down. Leave it to their imaginations and see what they come up with. Hopefully it will involve swimsuits, lots of them. That's the one. Get that all written up in your best fancy handwriting on one of those nice scrolls. A marvelous missive, Your Majesty, if you don't mind me saying. Now, just to confirm, you're happy for me to write down what you just said and send it out to the Sultan? Excellent. We'll send it back to Galatopolis with the writer right away. Now, shall we send him in the next visitor? Very good, Your Majesty. And without further delay, let me present you with the next problem that requires your attention. Oh my. As I'm sure you're aware, these are the pugilist tournaments held. There are pugilistic tournaments held regularly in the town of Octagania, where fighters from all four corners of the world compete to prove their worth. Naturally, there is no shortage of young hopefuls keen to represent Dungerzil in the next grand event of this kind. To that end, I wish to present you with our kingdom's 3 final candidates. Who better than a fighting man like yourself, Lord Robert, to assess their potential? If it pleases Your Majesty, could you step forward and pick the one you think might be a champion in the making? I find gonna pick the fucking bear. An interesting choice indeed, Your Majesty. This one's a real wild one, without a shred of decency or compassion for his fellow fighter. An animal will stop at nothing to achieve victory. I can't bear some of the things people say about me, you know. I'm not a bad, honestly, so are you going to choose me or what? Yeah. That's great, Your Majesty. Just wait till I tell the cubs. Very good, Your Majesty. But you certainly wish to put forth an animal without a shred of mercy to represent your kingdom. Yeah, that's fine. Well, it's your choice, I suppose. I think we can be confident of the victory, at least. Surely no one will be able to stand up to our boy's unbridled savagery. I'm happy to report that this concludes all your royal duties for today. Those here in the throne room, at least. But as I believe Count Norwin mentioned, there may be troubled souls elsewhere in the castle who require your assistance. May I suggest that you take a little stroll around the grounds? Oh, but before you depart, allow me to say that it was an absolute pleasure to witness you at work today. Truly, it has been far too long. It's safe to say your kingly judgment is as sharp as it ever was. Good day, Your Majesty. If you're looking for King Erwin, he's in his usual spot by the fountain below. Looks like he got a lot on his mind. I reckon it will be a wee girl, and with a mother as lovely as Queen Eleanor, she'll be as cute as a button. I just know it's gonna be a wee boy, and with a dad like that, I bet I'll grow up to be big and strong. Your Majesty, you were always known as a wise ruler, one who knew a thing or two about a thing or two. Well, I was wondering if I might be bold enough to make a small request of you. If you don't mind, I would very much like to ask some questions in order to see your formidable intellect at work. So what do you say? Will you indulge me? Sure. Why, thank you, Your Majesty. Now, without further ado, let me set you some posers. Alright, I require you in their infinite wisdom to supply me with a simple true or false in response to each one. Ready? Here we go. True or false? You, Lord Robert, are in fact the youngest of the three brothers. But Your Majesty, surely you jest. Okay. Correct, but that was too easy, was it not? Let's give you a sterner challenge for the second question. Here it comes. The purple orb is one of the royal treasures of Sniffleman. False. Correct. Bravo. Now I can tell you want more of a challenge, so let's increase the difficulty a little. The Drazillian sovereign we use as currency in our kingdom is worth 10 Drazillian shillings. True. Correct. I can see you are champing a bit from anticipation of more testing questions. Well, let's see how you enjoy this one. True or false, the Sultan of Galapagos has a single son upon whom he dotes excessively. Huh. False. Correct. But of course, course, that comes as no surprise to you, Your Majesty. Your crews effortlessly flew to my very final question. In addition to the four great kingdoms that make up Edria, there was once a fifth, true. Oh, you did it, Your Majesty. You answered every single question correctly, but then I expected nothing less. Truly, I have witnessed an epic feat of intellectual powers. I shall never forget what I observed here today. The sight of a matchless mind spreading its wings and taking flight is something I shall take to the grave. Here, a small token of my appreciation. This has been both a humbling and inspiring experience, Your Majesty. I intend to hit the books of memories yet more in obscure trivia, that I might one day reach your heavenly heights. King Owen and King Eleanor always look happy. Well, that's true love for you. I wish it could happen to me, but I suppose that's hoping for too much. I cannot wait for the wee ones to be born. I'm getting that excited. Do you think it's my own flesh and blood? Forgive me for bothering you with a trifling matter, Your Majesty, but I have a wee problem I'd very much like to ask your advice about. The truth is, there's someone in the castle who caught my eye, but I just cannot muster the courage to tell him how I feel. Anyway, I had an idea, and I know it sounds like I'm out of my tree, but what if they got flowers delivered by none other than yourself? I reckon they'd be over the moon, so what do you say? You'll do it? Really? Wow, I didn't quite know what to say. You're a star. Oh, before I get here they are. Now, how can I begin to describe my true love, my peach, the apple of my eye and captor of my heart? Well, they're in the castle. They're wearing green. Oh, and they've got red hair. Good luck. Good day to you, Lord Robert. I was expecting you're going to be putting on a lavish party to celebrate the birth of your first grandchild. I do hope I'll be on the guest list. Oh, hello, Your Majesty. You must be very excited about the new addition to the family. Oh, what earthly flowers are you giving to me, Your Majesty? They're not from me. A young guard asked me to give them to ye. Well, I don't know what I've done to deserve this, but I better think the fine mule. Do you happen to know where he is? That was weird. I hate to break it to you, Your Majesty, but you delivered the flowers to the wrong person. Every cloud has a silver lining at that. I ended up speaking to the person you gave them to so I could explain the mix-up, and it turns out she's my long-lost mother. I owe it all to you, Your Majesty. If you hadn't agreed to me this favor, I might have gone to the grave without ever seeing my aunt again. Words cannot express how grateful I am, but maybe this can. May I say that it's been a privilege to see you working your magic, Your Majesty. Serving you, your family, and all the people of Dunderstone is truly an honor. You must be very excited about the baby, Your Majesty. I know I am. In fact, I prepared a beautiful banquet of flowers to present to Queen Eleanor. I run an exclusive florist, don't you know? Okay. Let me just... I have that itch in my brain where I need to save before I continue. Ah, Lord Robert, your timing is most uncanny. I just this second managed to come up with the perfect fame for a new baby at last. Without you, I wouldn't have had the time to properly mull it over. You have no idea how much of a help you've been. Since we've both finished with our business for the day, why don't we head back to the throne room and wait for the good news?
Your Majesty, Lord Robert, the new arrival is here.
Already?
Congratulations, Your Majesty. It's a beautiful, bouncing baby boy.
A boy.
Look, Erwin.
Oh, he's a fine wee chappie. And what a set of lungs! We'd better hurry up and give him a name before he screams the place down.
Aye.
We were wondering what you thought about Erdrick.
Oh, it's beautiful. It sounds clever and brave and... yes. But I've rather set my heart on something else, you know? What do you think of this for a name?
Oh, well, it's nice, but it wouldn't exactly be my first choice.
But if that's the name you've chosen, my love, then that's the name he shall have. Mighty Yggdrasil has blessed us with this beautiful boy. And from this day forth, he shall be known as...
Oh shit.
Oh, Father.
Sorry about that, love.
Never mind that. Why don't you give your grandson a cuddle?
Hello, wee one. I'm your grandpa. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh.
What the?
Having fun?
How are you doing this? These places, memories, they feel so real.
the Book of Erdrin. Chapter 1, Song of Beginnings. World Tree's gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed luminary. Thy light doth a shadow cast, lo, the dark one, bleak, black, fast. Chapter 2, Song of Prayer. World Tree's foot, a plea, a prayer, ringeth through the mountain air. Babe is born, trees will revealed, Serenica, luminary shield. The book is filled with many more such important sounding poems. Wraps carefully closes it. Why is it so quiet? Okay. Oh, that's creepy. Where'd everybody go? They came and have left without telling me, can they?
What's all this then?
Happy birthday, Grandpa!
Get away! It's you!
Well done, big man. Congratulations.
Surprise! You didn't suspect a thing, did you? We all worked extra hard to keep it a secret.
Happy birthday, Lord Robert. We've had Gondolia's finest patissiers working day and night on your cake here. I trust it'll be to your taste.
Many happy returns, Father. May you live a long and joyful life, watching your grandson grow to a fine young man.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Congratulations, Your Highness. People of Dundrasil are eternally grateful for all you've done to make this such a happy and peaceful place to live.
Hear, hear! And we'll do everything we can to keep it happy and peaceful under King Erwin too.
Oh, that's our boys.
Aye, and a great big happy birthday to you from all the lads and lassies in the tavern, eh?
Didn't forget to send word when you've a new addition or two to the royal collection of gentlemen's periodicals, will you, big man?
My people. Oh, how I love them.
You're not crying, are you, Grandpa? Is something the matter?
No, laddie. Everything's perfect. Just perfect.
Many happy returns. I hope you're having a great day, and I wanted to thank you for picking me to represent Dunderstill all those years ago. At first it was pretty grisly, I won't lie to you. When I entered the ring, the whole crowd booed. That was tough to bear. But when they saw me in action, it gave them pause for thought. The crowd slowly wore into me, and by the time I lifted the trophy, they were all right behind me. What an experience. Not many people would have given an animal like me a chance, but you could see that I had something to give. On behalf of me and all the cubs, I want to thank you for what you did. Me and my mates are the finest fighters in Antigania. We came to wish you a happy first birthday, your royalness. Oh, and if you're wondering who the likes of us who let the likes of us crash your party was the bloke who sent off to represent Dunderstill in the tournament all them years ago. He may look uptight, but he's alright. I hope you don't mind, but I wanted to see the man who picked the fighter who represented Dunderstill all those years ago. The guy's a good friend of mine, you see. I'm impressed he managed to look beyond it, beastly exterior to see that he had a good heart. You've got a rare eye for folks' inner strengths, you know that? Serving you was the single greatest honor of my life, Lord Roberto. Aye, Dunderstill's future is assured. I mean that Lord Robert, King Erwin, and young Yosan. How can we go wrong? You're truly an inspiration to all of us guards. Yeah, this is reflective of my choices, isn't it? What do I feel like that's progress? Aye, there's no doubt about it. This is the single greatest party I've ever been in. My puff. Now in the dynamite, I'm off to search for a weed drum. Lord Robert, you look like a man half your age. Maybe you could let me in on your secret one day. The kitchen staff have been working around the clock to prepare all your favorites, Your Majesty, so please eat and drink and be merry. If you're ever feeling hot and bothered, we're the cure. We've come all the way from the burning desert to demonstrate the secret art of cooling down in the event of hot climbs. Why not give it a try? We are the coolest dancers you will ever meet. The Snow Girls, frosty reception guaranteed. So, Lord Robert, what do you say? Would you like to celebrate your birthday in style? Or, I feel cold, front opposing, close your eyes and stay frosty. Here we go. So, how are you feeling, Your Highness? Suitably chilled, I hope. I do hope there's no icicles on your eyelashes. This game, The heartiest of happy birthdays to you, old friend. Dunderstraw has always been a friend to Gallopolis. We owe you a great debt for the help you offered us when we were beset by drought. Your idea for devising new ways for people to cool down was inspired. It led to a new dance craze that helped keep everyone's spirits up. Oh, and the swimsuit sales went through the roof. Many happy returns of the day. In truth, I was most eager to meet you in person, Lord Robert, and congratulate you on your outstanding skills as a sleuth. Unless I am very much mistaken, you were chapter by chapter 3 of the ancient chronicles of New Wat. Truly, the breadth of your erudition is awe-inspiring. I do not wish to exaggerate, but were you ever to write a record of all the knowledge you have acquired in your life, I am sure it would amount to enough volumes to fill every library in the world twice over. Happy birthday, Lord Robert. You come to congratulate you on this auspicious day on behalf of the men, women, and children of Sniffelheim. In truth, I have long waited to meet you, a man who can only be adequately described as a living legend. All the scholars of Sniffelheim have been inspired by your vast learning. Happy birthday, old friend. There should be many more yet, of that I have no doubt. And thank you once again for your invaluable advice regarding that terrible Blue Orb business. When we told the suspect the orb was a fake, the culprit was so shocked that he collapsed in a tearful heap on the floor. It really was the most marvelous ruse. What's going on? I only had a wee drop. Hey, wait. Me whistling. I'm staggering around the place. That was made of stronger stuff than this. Is the idea of young Yelson to present you with a giant cake? You must try a slice, senor. Well, wishers have gathered from every corner of the land to celebrate your birthday with you. There could be no clearer display of high esteem you are held in. Come on, Grandpa, follow me. Yelson wants to take his grandpa around and show him off to every way. Don't keep him waiting, will you, Father? Everyone loves you, Grandpa. All of the scholars were telling me how clever you are. You're amazing. Oh, get away with ye. I don't want you to get a big head, but it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to mix with those bookish types, Yelson. A king has to know a lot of things. I'll show you, Grandpa. I'm going to study hard until I know as much as you do. Now, let's go over here. Come on, Grandpa. Look, Grandpa, look at all the beautiful girls. Aye, there ain't no doubt about it. You take after your old grandpa, Yelson. Huh? What do you mean? Never you mind, laddie. You'll find out soon enough. Alright, now let's see what's over here. Come on, Grandpa. Look, it's a bear. I didn't know you had friends like that, Grandpa. Aye, he might look like a ferocious beast, but he's got a heart of gold. You cannot judge someone from the way they look. Never forget that. Got it. When I grow up, I want to make all kinds of friends, just like you, Grandpa. It's been lots of fun walking around with you, Grandpa, but I'm getting hungry. I know. How about a slice of cake? It was my idea to have the biggest birthday cake ever.
How are you enjoying the party?
It's so much fun.
So Dunbrasil hasn't been destroyed, and Eleanor and Erwin are living here happily with the boy. Whatever this place is, whatever's going on, I know it can't be real.
This is for Grandpa.
I could stay here forever. Oh, my poor wee soldier's fallen down. Oh, there, wee man. There's no need for that. That's it. It's all coming back to me. We were defeated, and then the darkness came. When I awoke, I was all alone. I prayed that my pals were still alive, but I knew I couldn't rely on that. So I set out to of taking on the Lord of Shadows by myself. Yes. So, I sought out Grandmaster Pang. I was trying to convince her to train me, but that means all this must be.
What's the matter, Grandpa?
I'm sorry, laddie. I've somewhere I need to be. Things I need to do.
Well, what? You mean you're leaving?
Aye, that's right. I hate to go. Really, I do. Maybe one day you'll understand. You be a good boy now. Something tells me you'll do just fine.
Okay, so the encoding doesn't. Well, there was an encoding error for a second, but then it stopped. Okay. Either way, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.